It's Tuesday morning. Welcome to Deets, Beats, and Dancing Feet. This show is all about improving your DJ performances, making your clients' experiences a little more memorable, and maybe even making just a bit more money. Hi, my name is Thomas Heath. In today's show, we're going to talk about eye contact. The eyes are the windows to the soul. And what better way for you to judge how well you're connecting with a room full of people than by looking them directly in the eye? Now, if you want to see how well this can help to make your performances a little bit better, I'll catch you after the break. Hi, welcome back. If you follow me at all, you know that I've been DJing for a while. In the business, we like to say over 10 years. It's almost 20. And as with most DJs, with most things that we do, we like to believe that we really have a good grasp on what we're doing and that we're actually doing it right or pretty close to right. So I always, and I've taken many speech classes, before this. And some of the little tricks that they give you, I thought were actually doing me a favor. Well, come to find out, it really isn't. There's no shortcuts to this. If you're looking over people's heads, as Bill Herman let me know in the entertainment experience during my first presentation, that I was looking directly over everybody's heads, or looking in between people, which is another tactic to have people believe that you're looking at someone, maybe not them at that moment, but you at least look like you're looking down at other people to make sure that you're getting eye contact with them. But you're really not. You're not connecting. You're not making an emotional person-to-person connection. And if people are giving you their time and they're giving you their attention as long as they can without reaching down and grabbing this, don't you think that they deserve the same from you? And knowing that, and I say this over and over again, and I'm sure it sounds just like a broken record, but the reason it sounds like a broken record is because it's the way I feel, and it's what I believe. You're the face and voice of the event. You're the face and the voice of every event that you are the master of ceremonies for. Your job, and I got this from another super trainer, Mark Farrell, is your job is to inform and direct. And I've added connect to that because you want to connect emotionally. To get a room full of 200 to 300 people to hang on every word that you tell them is a task in and of itself. One of the best tools that you have is to speak directly to people. And if you can emotionally connect with this person and emotionally connect with this person, your job is going to be made a lot easier. I can tell you a little bit of a story about how this actually helped my event be better, and eye contact worked in my favor right after the break.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
Hi, welcome back. As a master of ceremonies, it's your job, as I said before, to direct and inform people. And you're really kind of pulling people through an event and through the timeline. And in Northern Michigan, the timeline starts with the welcome and then goes into introductions, first dance, toasts, typically, not always, but typically, until dinner. And one of the most powerful things that you do as a master of ceremonies is you control a room and you connect with people. An even more powerful way to do that than saying something on the microphone is to do it without saying a word. Now, one of the coolest ways to do this is to literally walk to the center of the space and just start looking at people. Hi, how are you? And when you do that, without saying anything over the microphone, people will just start to pay attention to what's going on. And you can bring the music down quite low. We kind of do that too. That kind of gives people an auditory cue as to what's going on. But you'll notice that people that are paying attention to you will start tapping the people on the shoulder next to them and having them turn and look, knowing that something is going to happen. And I used this last weekend at a wedding because we had something different going on. Now, typically for a wedding party introduction, it's usually upbeat. It comes with, a song like Uptown Funk or something, high energy that people recognize, that people will pay more attention to because, that music draws them in. This was a Game of Thrones wedding. So they wanted to have the Game of Thrones theme music as we introduced them and introduced their wedding party. Now, without that beat, like from an upbeat song, I knew I was going to have to approach this from a different angle. So what I did was I grabbed my wireless microphone, and I walked to the center of the dance floor, and I started looking at people. And when they looked at me, I acknowledged them, and I would look at somebody at a different table. When they looked at me, I would acknowledge them as well. Within a few moments, people were tapping, as I said, having other people at their tables direct their attention, that people were turning their chairs and getting ready for what was going to happen. So I did not have to yell over the microphone several times to have everyone please give me their attention. You shouldn't have to ask for it. You should get their attention by connecting with them. Once I had everyone's attention in the room, I started my welcome. We brought in the wedding party, and they had each couple, we had a short introduction for each of them, and they were each carrying banners from one of the houses from the Game of Thrones series. Marissa and Garrett then came in with their brand newly created House Berry banner. I told a little bit about the story that led to that point for the two of them from each of their perspectives, and went into their first dance. After I introduced their first dance, I looked around at the room, and everyone was still on their feet. They were so engaged in what was happening, they didn't think to take a seat. That's pretty powerful. And I have to believe that a big part of that was I connected emotionally before I even said a word to the people at their wedding. I think it's time for some action steps. I'll be right back.
Tonight's DJNTV show is sponsored in part by Electro Voice. DJ Event Planner, ADJ, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, Newmark, and DJNTV Insiders.
Here are your action steps. Action step number 1, don't be afraid to look people in the eye. And what I mean by that is, don't let it become an awkward part of what you do. Practice at home with your family, practice at home with your friends, and really connect with the people that are closest to you. By doing that, you'll make sure that you're not leering at people or staring awkwardly at people. If you don't know what leering is, I'll give you an example right now. Don't do that. All right, action step number 2. And I got this from Bill Herman from the Entertainment Experience. Practice at the grocery store. One of the fun things that I do, or Shannon and I do now, is we'll walk through the grocery store smiling and nodding and looking at people that we don't know. And thankfully we live in a small town, so sometimes the people that we're, interacting with, we actually do know. But it really helps you to be able to, again, get out of your own way. And this is something that we'll be talking about in a later episode, but connecting with people that you don't know. And even if that's as simple as looking at somebody, smiling at them, or nodding, or saying hi, really can go a long way. And number 3, and this is a big one, know that it's a process. It's hard for people to do this. I've been, working on it for the last few months since the Entertainment Experience workshop, because I'm so used to not doing it. Just looking in people's general direction is so much easier than actually connecting with people and looking them directly in the eyes. So know that it's a process, and just keep practicing and keep working on it. The more you do it, the easier it'll be. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below here, or join our Facebook group for Deets, Beats, and Dancing Feet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Tuesday.